Begin by powering on the MIG 140 on the back of the machine using the power switch. The first thing we'll do is use the welding mode button to select our MIG function on the front of the screen. We will now have control over our wire speed as well as our voltage right here on this left dial. For feeding the wire through to the MIG gun, the voltage and wire speed is not really important at this time. The important thing would be not to turn the wire speed up too high while trying to feed to the MIG gun. On the front of the MIG 140, we're going to use the welding mode button to switch from MMA to MIG. There are two different MIG modes, one of which is a thickness setting that allows you to adjust the material thickness. The second is a synchronization setting between voltage and wire speed. If we select this MIG process, we will be able to adjust the wire speed on the screen as well as the voltage with the voltage knob right here on the left-hand side. There are a few other settings to note on the left-hand side. There is a MIG function button as well as a few indicators to the right of that. You'll notice that the machine defaults to the 2T setting. This is an intermittent trigger setting. This means when you squeeze the trigger, the wire will come out and the machine will weld. There is also the 4T setting, which is an interlocking trigger. This means you turn the gun on by squeezing the trigger once, allow the welding process to occur, and then turn the gun off by squeezing the trigger again. There is also a spot timer function for MIG as well. For feeding the wire and setting up the machine today, we're going to ensure that the machine is in the 2T trigger option. The last step in setting up the MIG 140 to be able to MIG weld is to ensure that the gun is ready to receive the wire that you're about to feed from the spool. The first thing we must do is remove the gas nozzle. This is done by simply twisting and pulling forward to expose the contact tip and gas diffuser below. You can set this aside temporarily. You'll need to use a pair of pliers to unscrew the contact tip at the front of the MIG gun. There are two wrench flats located on it, and these can help you. Simply turn counterclockwise and unscrew the contact tip from the front of the MIG gun. Lots of times the wire will come up through the liner tube and hit the contact tip, causing a kink or breakage inside the liner. With the nozzle and contact tip removed, we're ready to go ahead and pull the trigger to begin the spool feeding wire to the machine. With the gas diffuser and contact tip removed, we're ready to go ahead and pull the trigger and allow the wire to feed up the liner and out the front of the gun. Ensure that the spool is rotating and that there are no kinks inside the liner. Momentarily, you should see the wire appear from the front of the MIG gun. Expose enough of the wire so that you can replace the gas diffuser and the contact tip. If you need to, use your pliers to trim a small piece of the wire that has just fed out of the gun. Reinstall the contact tip by replacing it over the wire and threading it clockwise into the MIG gun. Don't over tighten, but give a slight twist with a pair of pliers to ensure the contact tip is seated. Replace the nozzle by sliding it over the end of the MIG gun diffuser and rotating slightly clockwise. You can ensure it's fully seated when it's touching the black washer at the butt. You can ensure it's fully seated by making sure there's no gap between the black heat washer and the nozzle. To ensure everything is working successfully, we'll squeeze the trigger one more time and prove the wire feed. Everything looks good. We're ready to trim our wire and begin our welding process. Now that we've gone through the steps of setting up the ground clamp and the MIG gun, as well as dialing in the menu for our exact welding process, we're ready to get started welding on some actual material. If you have any questions or comments, as always, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and we'll be glad to help you the best we can. Thank you for being a valuable customer to Weldpro.